everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, then welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be a brand review on the MORPHE. I can't breathe, I don't know why. I just started this video and I can't breathe already. Now, disclaimer, I don't have any of their brushes. I do have one. I have one brush, okay? And it is the MORPHE M310. It's the fan brush. Yes, it's really good for putting on highlight, okay? Yes, so there's my review on that brush. Yeah, so I only have one brush from them, but other than that, I don't have any of their brushes. So this is mainly about their eyeshadow palettes. I do have quite a bit of those, and a review on their Z palettes as well, because I do have a Z palette from them. So if you guys don't know what MORPHE is, it's basically a cosmetic brand. They're known for their 35 pan eyeshadow palettes. They are very affordable. Each one of their 35O palettes, I believe, are $22, either that $22 or $22.99, and if you use a discount code, you can get money off your order. For example, if you're a fan of Nikki tutorials, if you use the code Nikki in all caps, Nikkie, then you get money off your order. You're welcome, Nikki, if that gets you any commission. So first, I just want to quickly go over this Z palette. Now, if you don't know what a Z palette is, it's a magnetic eyeshadow palette. There's an actual brand called Z Palette that makes these, but I just call all magnetic eyeshadow palettes Z palettes, okay? So this is a really good magnetic palette. Now, these are actually really expensive if you buy them actually from Z Palettes, like their website. So if you go on MORPHE, I can't speak. You can get different size Z palettes for a lot cheaper than the Z palette brand Z palettes, you know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. But these are they're sturdy. I mean, they don't feel cheap at all. One thing I don't like is that this part isn't see-through, so I can't see my shadows in here. But I mean, I saved a couple dollars, so I mean, I can forfeit not looking at those shadows, I guess. Next off, we're going to talk about these two palettes right here. As far as I know, they only have two of these, the 25B and the 25A. Now, I squeaked a little bit there. Now, they are very beautiful palettes. I do believe these are only $18, $15, $18, somewhere around there. They're cheap, okay? So they look like this. This is the 25B palette, and this right here is the 25A palette. They're very cute little palettes. I really like these a lot. Let's go into some swatches of these. So first, we're going in with the 25B palette. I'm going to do a couple of swatches of these on the back of my hand. Since this is a MORPHE brand review, I will start off by saying their eyeshadows are very pigmented and beautiful and blendable, and they're very nice. Especially my favorite formula of theirs is their shimmers. They just have amazing shimmers. So here are a few swatches from the 25B palette. Please ignore this like huge purple swatch, okay? I was having a hard time, okay? I was having a hard time. The only mattes I swatched were this shade, the first shade, and the last shade. They may look a little patchy swatched, but on the eyes they are definitely not patchy at all. And the shimmers are just, I really enjoy the shimmers. I enjoy MORPHE shimmers. They're just beautiful. Okay, they're beautiful. So there is a few from the 25B palette. I'll go ahead and swatch a couple from the 25A as well. I'm just going to swatch, like, how many do I swatch? Okay, 5. I'll swatch 5 from each of the palettes I have from MORPHE. Okay, that's what we're doing. So here are some swatches from the 25A palette. Again, look at those shimmers. For some reason, these swatched like better than the last shimmers I swatched from the 25B palette. I don't know why, but yeah, these are just full pigment, beautiful shadows. I did only swatch one true matte shade. This one is kind of matte, but it has a little bit of sparkle to it, and the one right below it is matte, because I just wanted to swatch a lot of the really shimmery high metallic type shades, because they are just beautiful. Look at that gold. That gold on the top is like my favorite That is beautiful. Okay, so moving away from the smaller 2 palettes to what they're most known for, I believe, anyway, is their 35O palettes. So let's start off with the 35O palette. I meant to say they're most known for their 35 pan eyeshadow palettes, not their 35O palettes. This one is definitely their most famous palette, the 35O. So you open it up and it is very warm toned. It is, oh geez, this brings back a lot of memories. Sorry, guys, I kind of want to cry a little bit. Sorry, this brings back a lot of memories. I got this last Christmas, so almost a year ago. My boyfriend got it for me. I was super excited about trying out Morphe. This was my first Morphe palette I got. It just brings back so many memories because I used this a lot. As you can tell, I hit pan on this shade. I don't think I've ever hit pan on a shade before, but I did on the top one. And it's gotten a lot of love. This is a beautiful warm tone eyeshadow palette, and I'm so glad my boyfriend got it for me. Let's swatch 5 of these shades before I start crying. Oh my goodness. This shade, this bottom, what is it? Bottom left or bottom right? This bottom right metallic shade is beautiful. I'll show you guys. So here are 5 swatches from this palette. Ignore that bottom matte shade right there. The mattes are definitely a lot drier than the shimmers, but on the eyes they blend out to perfection, so that's why I'm like trying to stick to swatching the metallics, because that just shows the pigment, but the mattes, like, you just have to see them on the eyes to see how they actually work. But there is 5 from that palette. This top shade was the one I was talking about, which is this shade right here. My favorite shade from the palette, by the way. Yeah, that shade is beautiful. It just brings back so many memories of when I used to use this like every single day. I love it. The next palette we're going to look into, by the way, I'm not doing this in any particular order. I'm just picking them up and looking over on the back to see what sticker they are, to see what palette we're doing. So we're not doing it in any order. So the next palette we're doing is a 35P palette. I really like this palette. It looks like this. It is a nice, beautiful plum. It has nice, beautiful plum shades, plummy, purpley shades. It's a really pretty palette. So here are 7 swatches of the 35P by Morphe. I love this palette. It's just like, feels so majestical and beautiful and just really nice. Again, the mattes and the shimmers, they're both like amazing. Swatching this palette makes me miss doing purple eye looks. I used to do them often, but not anymore. So there's that. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. So that wraps up the 35P palette. Next up is the 35T palette. You open her up and you get, hang on, whoa. These beautiful shades right here. Kind of forgot about this palette, I guess. I don't know. They are very beautiful shades, though. Huh. There is definitely a huge variety of shimmers and metallics and matte shades. Yeah, there's definitely a huge variety here. I think this is perfect for fall. So here are some swatches from the 35T palette. Again, I did all shimmers. The shimmers in here are just they're too beautiful to swatch, to waste room on my hand for a matte, because we all know what the mattes look like. But they, like, aren't you like mesmerized by those swatches? These make me so happy. Should I like move the light like this? Does that make it better to show you guys? I don't know. If it does, I'm sorry that I like wasted well over half this video not doing that. But the last palette we're going to swatch and take a look at is the 35F palette. Now this one is definitely amazing for fall, and a majority of these are shimmers, so we all know what we're going to be swatching. And this is what this beautiful palette looks like. Again, beautiful for fall. The only mattes they have are this bottom row right here, which I actually like. because I prefer the shimmers over the mattes, just because the mattes are just, they're mattes. But shimmers, oh my god, they're so pretty. I'm probably going to swatch more than 5 of these as well, because I'm loving this right now. This is fun. So here are some swatches of 35F palette. I would swatch every single color in this palette if I could, but I'm just going to show you guys a sample of each of these palettes, and I think 6 swatches is a good amount of swatches, I guess. So yeah, each one of the, okay, wait, no. I'm not going to tell you my final thoughts yet. Just soak this up a little bit longer. Okay, guys, see it? See how beautiful this is? Yeah? Good. Okay. So, let's do our final thoughts. Each one of these palettes retail for $22 or $22.99, and it is most definitely 1,000,000% worth the money. Each one of these palettes are approved by me. I'm definitely going to be purchasing more of these, just haven't gotten around to it yet, but these palettes are beautiful. The shadows are pigmented. The shimmers are out of this mind, are out of this world, as you could see. They blew my mind. And overall, I think Morphe shadows are incredible. I definitely want to try more of their brushes, considering the fact I only have one of them. So yeah, I will definitely be sure to do that. But as far as the eyeshadow palettes go, you guys, they're like high-end eyeshadows for cheap. I love these palettes. I love the brand. I love the idea behind it. Super affordable, super cute, and amazing quality. So if you were thinking about picking up any palettes from Morphe, I hope I helped you out a little bit. Maybe you saw a palette you really liked in this video. But yeah, that wraps up this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give this a big thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, then be sure to subscribe, because I appreciate it a lot. And hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.